just hearing it through a statement, we're 7 weeks in now. It's a bit too much, too little, too late, I'm afraid.
Charlotte, you have suffered indescribably. That suffering compounded by Ansakoulis' departure. Do you feel you've suffered unnecessarily because of the actions of either the US authorities or the UK Foreign Office? What should they have done differently?
Not let her go home. You know, whoever made that decision, we do not know. But we shouldn't have gone through this. We shouldn't be suffering like this. It should have been an open and shut case. The evidence is extremely clear. What happened? We've been told that there is CCTV evidence showing her leaving RAF Croughton on the wrong side of the road, and that CCTV follows her all the way down the road on the wrong side of the road, and you see Harry's headlight of his motorbike, and then there's a big fireball when his bike went up. So it should have been a clear-cut case. It should have been simple. And I promised Harry, and we promised Harry as a family when we'd lost him that night, when we were talking to him in the hospital, when we'd lost him already, that we would make sure justice was done. We thought it would be an easy one, an easy case, with all the evidence that the Northamptonshire police have. But clearly not, and that's why we're here.
What do you want to hear from the UK police or the Foreign Office? What do you want the next development to be announced?
We just want to know that she's being brought back to the UK. You know, that would be a huge step in the right direction. It's the only right thing to do. It's the only humane thing to do. And we would hope then that we can try to start to move forward and the UK justice system do whatever they feel is right, because with it being 7 weeks later, we're not sure if we can be involved with trying to reduce her sentence, which is what we said we would do in the first place. They wanted to pursue her or charge her with death by dangerous driving. We spoke to the police right at the beginning. Knowing that she had children, we were going to work with them, ask for her sentence to be reduced to death by careless, and ask for us suspended so that we didn't take her away from her children. Although she's robbed us of one of ours, it wasn't unintentional, it was an accident, we understand that. But 7 weeks on, and we've had to do this to get an apology, just in writing. That's just wrong. Sorry.
Tim, could I ask you some of the same questions? Have you thought what you might say to Ansakoulis if you were given the opportunity to be in the room with her?
I've always wanted to ask her if she could explain the moment of the crash, find out if she comforted Harry, if she spoke to Harry, find out what her movements were. Did she try and call the emergency services, or I'm just struggling because I can't imagine my lad being in the ditch and not having any comfort from anybody until the ambulance and the police turn up X minutes later.
Do you feel you're struggling to begin to grieve because this has gone on so long?
When we had the funeral, which was a lovely tribute to him, I thought maybe that was the time we were going to turn the corner, but then it wasn't until a week later when we found out that she'd left the country, and now it feels like it's just gone right back to that night he died, and it's just no way I could start grieving yet. As a family, we can't start yet. We need this resolved. We do need this resolved.
And do you find it hard to believe that the Foreign Office didn't know that Ansakoulis had this?
In my opinion, they knew she didn't have, I'm sorry, but there's something's not right here. This is just somewhere somebody's made a decision to give this lady immunity, and she's not entitled to the immunity, as things have been said, and we've known that from the start. We knew from the start. they've made a mistake. Someone's made a mistake.
If you're able to meet with President Trump, what would you say to him? What does he need to understand?
Just to me, it's so simple. It's just, on that night there was an accident. A lady made a mistake. She killed our son. She didn't mean to kill him. She didn't mean to have the accident. But you cannot walk away from that and just leave and expect nothing to happen. Our boy died. He deserves to have some justice, whatever that turns out to be. All you hear, if your son or child was to die, you would want justice for your child. And that's all we want. We don't want, we just want justice. We want justice for Harry.
What would you say to President Trump?
I would just say to him, as a man, as a father, thank you, just to see how it is. How could you let this happen? If you were a father and your child had died, surely you'd want that person to own up and take the responsibility of their actions.